Selamat datang Kuala Lumpur.
Knowledge exchange is essential to the advancement of any industry. In the next 3 days, we're going to help this process by bringing you select news and information through these video news dailies. In today's episode, we're going to reflect on the keynote session and feature some newsmakers from the floor. Welcome to the inaugural ASEAN Power Week, featuring PowerGen Asia, Renewable Energy World Asia, and for the first time, PowerGen Asia Financial Forum. I'm Kelvin Ross. The combined events at ASEAN Power Week allow for the necessary dialogue and collaboration between the two parts of the industry which will be needed as countries develop integrated and sustainable approaches to their energy policy. In this year's keynote session, some of the industry's top issues have been highlighted. We caught up with Nigel Blackaby, Penwell's Director of Conferences and the session's facilitator, to get his take on the discussions.
This morning's keynote session, I thought, brought out some fascinating facts and figures about the Asian power market. Of course, growth is the main message, and our keynote speakers, both the ones representing the Malaysian home market and elsewhere in Asia, were pretty frank about the challenge that the energy industry has. Asia's on a growth trajectory. That growth is largely going to be fueled by coal. That brings about the obvious environmental question, and the challenge to, I think, the industry is how do we use our technology to, the most efficient way, provide the energy for growth but reduce the environmental impact. So the keynote speakers, I think, inspired the audience by what they said in terms of the opportunities in the Asian market and the power industry. Clearly the amount of activity has picked up over the last few years. The expectation is that's going to continue to grow. How, as an industry, are we going to amalgamate ICT with the technology that we're using to improve efficiency, improve demand-side management? How are we going to work with the water industry as we have constraints in water as well as energy? So lots of challenges, but lots of technologies on show here at ASEAN Power Week, able to deal with those problems. What we're going to see over the next few days is the conference sessions picking up some of the themes that were raised in the keynote session, particularly that of finance and the question about where the investments are going to come from in order to finance these new projects. And here at ASEAN Power Week, we've developed a new conference stream which we call the Financial Forum, bringing in more investors, more bankers and more intermediaries, giving them a chance to integrate with the technology providers and get a better understanding of the kind of investments in the technology that they're going to be putting their money in.
Thank you, Nigel. I'm sure some of the conference sessions this year will also tackle those subjects too. 3 conferences are available simultaneously this year. Power Generation in 4 tracks, Renewable Energy World Asia in 2 tracks, and for the first time, the Financial Forum running a single track this year. I'm sure you'll find value in many of those sessions, so please do take the time to attend. And if you see or hear something you like, why not share that knowledge by tweeting about it? Please use the appropriate hashtag when you do. This will allow your colleagues to see your tweet in their timelines too. Like me, I'm sure you'll be looking forward to the Best Papers Awards on Friday. Let's not forget the innovation and technologies being featured on the show floor. This year's exhibition promises to be quite interesting, so please do take the time to visit the exhibitors and talk to them about their latest technologies. We did just that today and visited several exhibitors who shared with us their latest technology to the market. Here's our news report about those visits. If you find something interesting, why not let us know? Please tweet it using the appropriate hashtag and we'll have a look too. Let's take a look at today's findings.
Ethos Energy, as you say, was formed in, actually we're 120 days old. The formation involves the former Siemens TurboCare business and the former Wood Group gas turbine services business. Together, what we're really excited about, from a new plant to life assessment and decommissioning, Ethos Energy can serve our customers, the market, from womb to tomb.
Our company's name is Hydro. We started in the United States, but we're located worldwide. Australia, and recently here in Malaysia. We're a pump repair facility, and so we service pumps in oil and gas and the energy sector, power plants. Today we're going to demonstrate our reverse engineering capability, and what that is when a customer brings a pump to our shop and they're faced with having to replace a component that's no longer supported by the OEM or maybe a long lead time, we're able to reverse engineer their component, render a 3D model of it, and give them a spare part for that pump. The unique thing about Hydro is that we have an engineering capability, and so our engineers will evaluate the part and they can add value to the part. So that's how that's the quality part. That's the quality of the part that we add to it.
So we have this new sensitized packing rings, which is the interstage packing between each stage of the turbine, and that allows us to run tighter clearances between the packing rings and the rotor, which means there's less steam leakage between each stage, which then will give us a higher efficiency because more steam is actually going through the turbine blades, creating the energy. While doing that, tighter clearances, they've compensated for that by using softer springs. So if there is some small vibration and rubbing, the softer springs allow for that vibration without causing major damage.
Today marks another milestone for Mackenzie and Renewable Energy Division of Washington Corporation Berhad, where we officially signed the distribution agreement with our principal, E-Rationale of BEP Europe, where we are bringing in the ORC technology to this part of the world, especially in Southeast Asia. This is our RE visions of renewable energy and sustainability, where this product will be coupled with the energy or process system of the customer, where they have a waste steam or hot waters or their thermal oil, where these usually are not usable. And with this product, they are able to tap into the system and generate powers. So indirectly, it reduces the impact to the environment, and this is free of charge.
We have actually 7 different subjects that we are discussing this year at the conferences. One, the satellite LNG integrated power plant concept. The other one, we are again presenting our this largest machine, 18.5 megawatt, with which we are offering quite large power plants. We are also coming up with a dry flexi cycle, which is dry combined cycle solutions, which actually do not need water. So water is a big problem in any power plant project development, and that is where you saw in the keynote also that was an issue. And to actually address to that need, we have come up with a combined cycle, dry combined cycle solution, which is called dry flexi cycle. And then we are also presenting system studies for different markets. How actually dynamic modeling in Asian context, in single buyer or monopolistic market, would also help the consumers at large and the nations. That's what we are trying to suggest nowadays.
Tomorrow promises to be another packed day, with the plenary session anticipated to address some critical questions about the future of the industry in the ASEAN region. Please join us again tomorrow for a report on the second day's happenings at PowerGen Asia and its co-located events. Until then, enjoy all that KL has to offer. See you tomorrow.